Too sad for Meg. Cambridge slaps Sussex in the face to show the precious value of family. Harry runs away while William runs toward. You can definitely see who is the bigger man. According to the sources, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, along with their children, will be relocating to Windsor Castle with the Queen's blessing. This will annoy the Sussexes. This will a slap in the face for the actress who demanded that she and the fool should be allowed to live there. The Queen said never. The Mail on Sunday reveals William and Kate are seriously considering a move to Windsor, just to be closer to the Queen as they prepare for a senior role at the heart of the firm. The relocation, which would bring the family closer to the Queen, is the most significant sign yet that the couple is preparing to take on far more senior roles at the heart of the royal family. A source said that they are the future of the monarchy, and I'm sure great support for Her Majesty. William and Kate have been eyeing up accommodation options in the area suitable for bringing up their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. They added that properties under consideration could include Fort Belvedere, a Grade 2 listed house with a tower towards the southern end of Windsor Great Park. The source also explains Harry and Meghan were on record as asking to reside at Buckingham Palace with the Queen post-Kensington Palace. But the Queen said no. They wanted and were granted to have the grand reveal of child number 1 at Windsor in the most ostentatious of halls. Likely, the idea that William and his family would soon be living at Windsor within any of the more prestigious properties will fan the flames further, an insider added. I don't think we will see the Sussexes coming back in any meaningful way. It's worth running with this story as Meghan will go into a rage. She wanted to move into Windsor Castle but got Frogmore Cottage instead. Meghan will make Harry's life hell over this. The Markles will never be satisfied wherever they live. Remember what she told him? What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. The difference here is the rest of the royals are a family like the rest of us, looking after each other. Meghan walked in line like it was a Suits episode, and she wanted to be the main character, and then went all drama queen when she didn't get her way. She and Harry don't put family first in anything, and they expect us to believe they are charitable. Start treating the 95-year-old grandma better first. William married a true, kind, and loving wife who understands what it is to be part of the royals and what the duty entails. William and Kate support the Queen 100% and would only do what she advises them to do. So maybe, just maybe, she wants them closer to her in her final years to mentor them for their future role within the royal family. The Queen is very astute and is very dutiful, loyal lady to Britain and the Commonwealth. The Queen would know that William and Kate can do this duty with dignity and are trustworthy to continue these duties when she is no longer with us. William will be a good king. Following the death of the Duke of Edinburgh in April, it would also be no doubt it would prove a boost to the Queen to have the Cambridges nearby. The 95-year-old monarch has a close relationship with William, and during his time at Eton College, which is close to the castle, he would often have Sunday lunch with his grandparents in the castle's paneled oak room. For years, the Queen used Windsor as a weekend residence and a retreat from the working week at Buckingham Palace. But the monarch now plans to base herself permanently at Windsor once she returns from the annual summer break in Balmoral. Having the Cambridges nearby would mean most of the Queen's immediate family, barring Prince Charles and Princess Anne, were close at hand to support her. As the royal expert, Miss Angela Levin, said, Harry and Meghan will be furious. They wanted to live in Windsor Castle when they left Kensington Palace, and the Queen said no. This is my home. Meghan was mad as the Cambridges' apartment was bigger than theirs. She actually thought and convinced Has that they were on the same level as William and Kate. Probably wanted them to be co-kings. Deluded, annoying, irrelevant couple. And more. The working royals do a lot of work behind the scenes, and it's not always in the papers. Just think about Princess Anne. She does a huge amount of work behind the scenes and gets very little credit for it. Similarly, Camilla and Sophie, they understand the meaning of duty, and I have no complaints about the work they do. It's a befitting residence for the future king and beautiful queen consort. Good to have someone with the queen's best interests at heart close to her to provide support, too. Plus, I'd love to see Meghan Markle's face when it gets announced that she's stuck with Halfwit Harry, whilst the radiant and popular Duchess of Cambridge moves into a proper royal fairy tale castle. Harry, the most famous person who got taken for a ride by a seasoned hustler and her accomplices, is still waiting for the $1 billion that the hustler told him he would earn. Now he has no money, no life, and most importantly, no loving family. A spectacular fall that no one saw coming, and no one would have believed a mere 5 years ago. It's just sad that Harry's kids will never know their great-grandmother. Not too many kids still have a great-grandmother alive and well. William and Kate's kids are very lucky to have her, and they know it. The Queen loves her family. Too bad Harry messed this up. On the other hand, more support for the Queen is a good thing. She has devoted her life to public service. She's 95 and very close to Sophie and Edward. God knows her second son and his awful wife have destroyed her faith in them and Charles's second son. He's done his best to upset Her Majesty too. The Queen needs support and love in her final years. She can't go on forever. Windsor is a beautiful area to bring children up in as well. If William and his family move closer, then so be it. Support for the Queen is what it's all about now that she's lost her Philip. This is the first tier to what Will has spent his entire life preparing for. With Charles inheriting the Duke of Edinburgh title and taking on more of the Queen's duties, perhaps he will be delegating some of the Prince of Wales' duties to Will. He and Kate have truly stepped up since Megxit and no doubt have brought great comfort to the Queen. The people certainly seem ready for them to be front and center. Well done to them. Meanwhile, it is the Doolittle Harkles who are glorified meet and greeters and seriously overpaid. The Cambridges do what we expect them to do, whether they like it or not. We have preset their job conditions, so we can't complain, and they don't whine. They don't complain. They are respectful and proper. If it was so easy, the Harkles would have jumped ship so fast. The demands were too hard for them. They could not do the job properly, and they didn't like the scrutiny. None of us see the Sussexes as having contributed anything meaningful to the crown. It's the Markles, Monticello's very own royal snobs, who keep telling us that they want privacy while Smug lashes her PR team to churn out announcements daily. Thrice daily when there's news of any other British royalty doing something good or having an accomplishment. The only change Her Majesty the Queen needs to carry out is to remove the titles from dim-wit ex-royals who thought they could lie and still be royal celebs. After reneging on their work deals and receiving and returning their titles for agreeing to work as royal family firm members. No one forced them. They could have just led private lives, but no. Mega idiot and bit wanted the title for her and his string puller. Thank goodness they were too dumb to realize they'd get found out. Her Majesty the Queen, please don't officially or unofficially invite either of them or include them in any capacity in 2022. We don't want them taking away the limelight and our enjoyment of celebrating Her Majesty the Queen's dedicated 70 years of real service to us all, the UK and the Commonwealth people. They ruin everything they get their sticky fingers into.